I definitely spent more time like for questions ranging from 10 to 16 because like, you know, they're like medium questions, you know, it's really easy for me to get it right. But sometimes, you know, if you read the prompt wrong, like you can also get it wrong. You know, it's like, it's kind of like, you know, it's really just, I didn't pay enough attention, then I would get it wrong. I don't know,
that?
like, I feel like, you know, when somebody doesn't pay attention, is either because, you know, the way they distribute, you know, the so-called like mental resources, where it's either like you are not familiar enough with, you know, the process, or you're not familiar enough with, you know, the question type. So I would just keep doing what I'm doing right now, where I just drill single question based on difficulties. I think that should make me overcome my fear. Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure about that actually. So I'm going to push back a little bit because you scored a 171. Familiarity may not be your issue. How many hours would you say you've invested in your LSAT prep?
You mean like started from beginning?
Starting from the beginning.
I would say like a year, because I wanted to apply last year, but I didn't get like a good enough score. I was like scoring around like 162. And you know, I really wanted to get into a top 14 school. So, you know, like somebody told me like, oh, why don't you just wait and, you know, really study for this exam and then take another exam. And then, you know, I really took the time to study, like, you know, drill down the basics. And then, yeah, like eventually, you know, I scored a 171, which is in the range of my score, because on my practice exam, I was scoring between like 173 to like 170. So, yeah.
So you put in a year, and was that 5 hours a week or on average, or more than that? What
I'll say like
would it look
1 to 2 hours a day.
For a year?
Yeah, but like I also took breaks, you know, for a month or two here or there, you know, because of the holidays, or, you know, going to like a summer vacation. Yeah, but normally I would just do like, you know, like 1 or 2 sections per day, and I would just, you know, do some reviews on like things I got wrong.
Sure. So, I mean, obviously over the course of an entire year, other things will come up here and there.
Yeah.
My point though is that overall, you put in a lot of time to this. So
yes,
I think we have to give you credit for that. You're not simply familiar with this exam. You know this exam intimately. And you may not be getting perfect 180s, but nobody gets a 180 every single time. So you are familiar. I don't know that familiarity is the problem.
Well, then I don't know what it is then.
Well, as we said, you could be getting difficult questions wrong simply because they're difficult. But another thing you've also raised is the idea that you may second guess yourself a little bit too much, especially on the easier questions, which is then costing you time later on the tougher questions that actually require that attention. So my challenge for you is blast through those easy questions, trust your gut on them, build up a time bank you can apply to the tougher questions later in the section. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.